Welcome back, Wanderlust Whispers fans. Okay, when you picture that epic American road trip, what pops into your head? You're probably thinking of those towering canyons, the famous geysers, that vast wilderness. Yeah, you're thinking of our legendary national parks. But what if I told you that some of the most stunning, most peaceful, and easiest to get to adventures are actually hiding in plain sight? Today, we are absolutely uncovering the state park secret.
Now that's a bold claim, right? But it comes straight from a biologist who's explored, well, pretty much everywhere in the country. Look, this isn't about dissing the national parks. We all love them. This is about opening up a whole new world of exploration that might just be closer, cheaper, and a heck of a lot quieter than you ever thought possible.
All right, so here's the game plan. First, we're going to break down the surprising perks of picking a state park. Then, we'll run through a quick checklist to get you geared up for your own trip. And then, the main event, we're going on a cross-country tour of 6 incredible hidden gems that you are going to want to visit, like yesterday.
So, what is the big deal? Why should you seriously consider a state park for your next adventure? Well, the answer is in a few key differences that make them just so appealing.
The sheer scale of the difference here it's kind of mind-blowing. We're talking about nearly 100 times more state parks than national parks. And you know what that means? It means they're usually less crowded, they're often cheaper to get into, and there's a really good chance one is just a few hours' drive from your front door. This makes those spontaneous weekend trips and actually finding some peace and quiet so much easier.
Just let that number sink in for a second. Over 6,000 chances for an adventure. Now, look, the 63 national parks are absolute treasures, no doubt about it. But this huge network of state parks means there's a whole world of unique landscapes, wildlife, and trails just waiting for you to discover them, maybe even right in your own backyard.
Okay, so the opportunities are pretty much endless. But, the key to turning that spark of inspiration into an amazing trip is being prepared. So let's quickly run through a few essentials to make sure your next adventure is a total success.
First up, you've got to plan your trip. We use Trip.com to lock in flights and hotels, and it's always smart to make sure you're covered with something like Visitor's Coverage Insurance. Next, pack the right gear. Are you doing some serious backcountry camping? Sportsman's Warehouse is your go-to. Or is it more of a beach day vibe? Yeti has the perfect gear for that. To power your tech when you're off-grid, a solar charger like the SOS is a total game changer. And to really get around and explore those trails, an e-bike from VeloWave can be amazing. If you're traveling a bit further, you might want to learn the lingo with a tool like Rosetta Stone. And of course, don't forget the essentials. You can grab all those everyday items from Walmart before you head out. We've got links for all our recommendations down in the description for you.
All right, with the prep work out of the way, let's get to the really good stuff. We're about to go on a virtual tour of 6 state parks, all handpicked by a biologist for their incredible beauty and just plain cool experiences. Let's hit the road.
Our first stop takes us to the Finger Lakes region of New York. Now, technically it's not New England, but the biologist who picked it says it's absolutely worth the drive from anywhere in the Northeast for its rugged, really dramatic beauty.
The heart and soul of this park is Enfield Glen, which is this amazing gorge that was carved out by glaciers a long, long time ago. You can hike about 9 miles of trails that take you past a dozen different waterfalls. But the real showstopper? That's the 115-foot Lucifer Falls. And the best part is, in the summer, you can actually cool off in a stream-fed swimming pool right at the base of another waterfall. It is the perfect slice of the Finger Lakes.
Let's head over to the Midwest, to the shores of Lake Michigan. This park offers a combo of landscapes you just might not expect to see together. Massive, towering sand dunes right next to one of the Great Lakes. Okay, picture this. You do a serious, quad-burning hike up Tower Hill, a dune that rises 260 feet above the lake, and you're rewarded with these incredible panoramic views. Then you head straight down to the beach for a refreshing, totally rejuvenating cold plunge in Lake Michigan. It's just an amazing physical and sensory experience. Plus, with 3 miles of pristine, dog-friendly shoreline, it's a perfect Midwest getaway. Now we're heading down to northern Florida. Our next stop is a park that really shows off the state's wild, peaceful side. And it's all centered around a river that is almost unbelievably pristine.
The crown jewel here is definitely the Ichetucknee River. It's fed by natural springs, which means the water stays a cool, refreshing 72 degrees all year long. Honestly, the best way to experience it is to just grab an inner tube and float. As you drift down this glassy waterway, you're shaded by these incredible old-growth cypress trees, and you can see fish and waving eelgrass in the crystal-clear water right below you. It's just a serene experience that feels a million miles away from everything.
And now we're off to the iconic Red Rock country of Moab, Utah. This park gets a little overshadowed by its super famous neighbors, arches and canyonlands, but you know what? That's exactly its advantage.
Here's the deal. Dead Horse Point has one of the most photographed views in the entire Southwest. That dramatic gooseneck turn the Colorado River makes 2,000 feet below. But you get to see it with a fraction of the crowds. The sunsets here are just unreal, painting the canyons in gold and orange. And after dark, well, the show is just getting started. As a designated international dark sky park, the stargazing is simply out of this world.
Our West Coast stop takes us to California's legendary Big Sur coastline. But while Highway 1 can be an absolute zoo with tourists, this little park offers an intimate escape into the very best of Big Sur.
Limekiln might be small, but wow, does it pack a punch. From just one trailhead, you can hike into a redwood grove that feels like a cathedral, find the historic 19th century lime kilns the park is named after, and visit a 100-foot waterfall. Then you just cross the highway to a rugged beach where you might even spot some sea otters playing in the waves. The campsites are tucked right by a creek. It's just a truly peaceful way to experience Big Sur.
For our final stop, we're heading up to Oregon, to a park that is literally overflowing with waterfalls. They call it the crown jewel of the state's park system, and trust me, it's for a very good reason.
This park is the perfect example of the magic we've been talking about. Silver Falls State Park has an experience you just won't find many other places, the Trail of 10 Falls. It's a loop trail that takes you past, around, and most incredibly, behind 10 stunning waterfalls. The absolute highlight is walking through the cavern behind the powerful 177-foot South Falls. It honestly feels like you've stumbled into a national park surrounded by all that mossy, old-growth Pacific Northwest forest.
So, we've just toured 6 absolutely incredible places. But you know what? They're just the tip of the iceberg. The real beauty of this whole state park secret is that there are thousands more of these gems out there, each with its own unique story and landscape just waiting for you.
We mentioned this earlier with Dead Horse Point, but it's such a cool and important idea. An international dark sky park is basically a place that has made a huge commitment to fighting light pollution to keep the night sky naturally dark. It's about protecting the environment for nocturnal animals and, just as important, giving all of us a chance to see the stars and the Milky Way in their full jaw-dropping glory.
With over 6,000 state parks scattered all across the country, the chance for a unique, uncrowded, and totally unforgettable adventure is never far away. The greatest secrets aren't always on the other side of the world. Sometimes they're just a short drive from home waiting to be discovered. So the only question left is, which hidden gem will you discover first? AI and affiliate disclosure. This content was created with the assistance of AI tools and contains carefully selected affiliate links. All recommended products undergo rigorous environmental impact assessment. Your support through these links helps maintain our commitment to responsible travel education.